Yo, what's up? It's Senzo May. Today, I'm going to be discussing who I believe could beat who I believe in the current lightweight division, what their chances are against Khabib Nurmagomedov. As we can see, we have all these tiers. Beats Khabib, could go either way. Lose, but it's competitive. Loses pretty decisively, and he gets converted to Islam. All right, let me start with Gamrot. Gamrot's going to go to lose pretty decisively. I don't think he gets converted to Islam. But what I do think happens is that he loses, and he loses pretty badly. I mean, if you get dominated like that against Charles Oliveira, who's a great grappler, but not as dominant as Khabib, imagine what fucking Khabib is gonna do to you, bro. Like, Khabib's gonna submit this guy in round 2, but he's got some decent grappling, so he might be able to defend some takedowns. BSD, same shit. I mean, look at this guy. Like, he's not. This guy's not being like Khabib. He doesn't have that much skill. I never rated him personally. Like, if you're getting beat like that against Moicano, then good luck. Good luck against Khabib, my brother. You're gonna need it. Yeah, he'll just kind of like try to maraud his way and blockhead, but that's not really gonna work out. He's just gonna get smashed to pieces on the ground. He has to be like a doctor stoppage, or he just gets like choked out. Volk. No, I'm just kidding. Could go either way. I know he's a lot smaller than Khabib was or is, but I truly believe, it can be a close fight. I believe it can be a close fight. I mean, look what happened with him versus Islam. Islam's a similar size to Khabib, and while he's not as physical necessarily, I believe Volk could. I would lean towards Khabib in this fight, like 65-35, but I don't. But I could see Volkanovski winning that fight, especially to a decision. I think that, I think he can defend Khabib's takedowns. I believe he can get up. I believe he has all the tools to win a decision. I don't think he would. Like, I wouldn't bet on it, but I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's very possible. Arman could go either way. When it comes to Arman Tsarukyan, he is a very similar style of wrestling to Khabib, at least on the surface level, because he's dominant grappler. He is elite ground and pound. I think he has his ground and pound is on Khabib's level, and he's had nothing but great performances when it comes to grappling. I would lean towards Khabib, but I could see him winning a decision. I think the striking. I mean, if he able to neutralize the grappling, I believe he would have more success on the feet than Khabib. And I think he's better than Poirier, Gaethje, or McGregor, or anyone else he's fought. And so I think that'd be a very competitive fight. And I think Khabib would win, but I think it'd be very close. I think it'd be widely regarded as one of the closest decisions in his career. Max Holloway, I'm going to say he loses, but it's competitive. Because, first of all, Max is some pretty good takedown defense. And I think he loses. I guess he gets submitted or just ground and pound TKO'd. Size disparity, the grappling, the lack of grappling on Max's side. I know he has very good striking, great cardio, but at the end of the day, his striking, he doesn't have the power. For Khabib, you have to put him out, and I don't think he has the power to put him out at all. And I think Khabib can take him down whenever he's in trouble on the feet. And I think on the ground he'll maul Max Holloway. Charles Oliveira. I'm gonna put it similar to Max. I'm actually gonna put him above Max because I think stylistically, because I believe stylistically it's a better fight because Charles grappler mainly. He's better than Khabib on the feet, but he loses. And it's not super close because, first of all, we saw us fight against Islam. It'd be worse because he would get taken down. He would get smudged. He would get mogged in physicality. He would just be outmatched in the grappling and in the striking. I don't think Khabib would strike with him. I think Khabib would just get a ground and pound TKO or like a rear naked choke. You see Charles just like wincing and just tap. like he did with Islam. I think just the physicality is too much. I think I could see Charles set you up submission from bottom, maybe a heel hook or something, but I doubt it. I think he just gets mauled. Benny, I would actually put it closer, put him above these guys, um, because I think he was this is prime Benny. Yeah, not the greatest, but still. We'll get chinned in 16 seconds by Benoit Saint-Denis. Um, yeah, I think he's got some good grappling. He's got some. I think he'll have some moments against Khabib, where it's like I think he'll do better than people expect in his prime. But shiver me timbers. But I think that overall he gets dominated by Khabib. He just gets smashed on the ground. Dan Hooker, he gets converted to Islam. We're not gonna sugarcoat it here. Look, if that happens to you, Benoit Saint-Denis, it's just gonna be like similar as the Armin fight, except even worse. Be even worse than the Armin fight, actually, because Dan Hooker's gay, so Khabib's gonna have like that whole like he's like, bro, I have to beat the shit out of this guy, bro. I have to beat. So it's already be that. There's some beef going into the match. Dan Hooker's probably say some shit. I think he'll beat the absolute living shit out of Dan Hooker, way worse than Islam did it. So yeah, Moicano lose pretty decisively. That's like a hella zesty hand motion. I think Moicano's got good grappling. I think he'll have a moment on the feet. I truly believe, bro. Truly believe it. Truly believe he'll have a moment on the feet. Yeah, I believe he'll have a moment on the feet against Khabib. I think he'll hit Khabib with a right hand. He'll be like, whoa, maybe a little pink on the face, but overall, he just gets dominated. It goes the same as the Islam fight, except maybe even worse, because Khabib's even more domineering, and he's even more willing. He's even more dangerous and overwhelming. So I think Moicano just gets overwhelmed. Now on to my GOAT, Ilia Toro, whatever you want to call him. Okay, this is getting so fucking people mad. Call me casual. Call me casual. You can call me casual. You can call me a Ilya fanboy. You can call me an Ilya sexual. Take pride in that because I believe Ilya chins Khabib. Have you seen this guy striking? He's like waving his arms around. One opening, Ilya chins him. Ilya chins. He can defend the takedowns. We've seen Poirier and Gaethje defend takedowns. I believe that Khabib striking, he'll swing his arm around, but unfortunately, you're not facing Poirier, Gaethje, or McGregor, and he's just gonna get clipped by a right hook in the second round. I believe Ilia Topuria beats Khabib. 7 times out of 10, I believe he beats Khabib. I believe he beats Khabib Nurmagomedov. Islam Makhachev. Yeah, actually, I should probably go over this more. I think that Khabib, his issue takedown, I think he has some control time, but I don't think he's going to be able to get some ground and pound. I think Ilia's going to get up, and I think there's going to be a moment where, Joey's like, oh, man, Khabib's wrestling, man, and Ilya's boxing, How did Ilya make 145, dude? How did he make 145? And as he's fucking yapping, and as he's fucking yapping, and Ilya just Khabib just overextends, as he usually does, and he, slips, and then Ilya's just like, I'm not fucking McGregor, dude. I'm not fucking washed, coked up McGregor. I'm not fucking Dustin Poirier or Justin Gaethje. And he just absolutely chins him, sends him to the stratosphere. And then we cheer because we all love Ilya Poirier. And then we are all Ilya sexuals. And then, yeah. It's like, oh my god, Ilya. Oh my god. Khabib seeing his... Yeah, I might make that joke. Khabib's in the stratosphere. Oh, he just sent Khabib to the dark land, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, and so I think Ilya just chins him, I'm gonna be honest. I know Khabib's chin has not been tested that much. Alright, now. Islam Makhachev. Alright. I don't know if he beats Khabib Nurmagomedov. Uh, I think he's a better fighter than Khabib by quite a bit. Not by quite a bit, but like a decent margin. But in a one-on-one fight, I just think the grappling is going to be kind of neutral. I can see him edging out a decision over Khabib. I don't think he finishes him in any world. I'm just going to put in could go either way, but this is like the closest fight so far. I'm actually going to rank these. I don't think he beats him, so I'm going to put in could go either way. Because the grappling will kind of cancel itself out. I think Khabib will land some good ground and pound. I think Khabib's sheer physicality is going to be a challenge for Islam, even though they're similar size. But I think Islam will be able to neutralize the grappling and get some grappling of his own. Get in maybe a trip, maybe threaten a submission. But I don't. But I just don't. It's really 50-50 for me. Dustin Poirier, we've seen this fight. I'm gonna say I'm gonna put him at the higher end of this tier. Here we go. Put him at the higher end of this tier. Okay. Benny really just wanted to stay up there, but we already saw this fight. He had some moments, but kind of got mauled. Really just didn't do too much. He threatened to guillotine, which was iconic moment. Like you hear a guy go like, "Man, dude, Dustin almost had that guillotine, man. Oh my god, if he had that fucking guillotine, then dude, he was submitted to Khabib." Yeah, we all reminisce over that, but unfortunately, he didn't get the guillotine, and he kind of got mauled later in that fight, unfortunately. All right. Justin Gaethje, I'm putting him below Poirier because I just can't put this guy above Poirier. I just don't rate this guy above fucking Poirier. I'm sorry you beat Paddy Pimblett. All right, good job. All right, okay, we've seen this fight already, and the same shit happened. He just had some moments and then got subbed. We've seen this fight. I don't really know if I have to explain this one too much. Rafa Fiziev. Yeah, this year is full. We're gonna get a few Muslim converts here, converts to Islam, or reverse as they say, just in a sec. But let's go over Fiziev. I think with Fiziev, I don't think it's converted. Oh, he's already Muslim, but I don't think he gets like reconverted, if you know what I mean. That was really stupid. I probably should have thought that joke through, but I don't believe that. I think Khabib dominates him, but I think he'll have a moment on the feet where Drone's like, "Oh man, I don't know if Khabib's calf can take any more of those shots, man. I don't know if he can take any more of those shots. I mean, you can see the calf's getting a little bit red right there. Like I can totally see that happening, and then Khabib just mauls him, submits him. But I think he's gonna have some moments, but I think he loses decisively. And this tier is reserved. I made this tier as a joke, but this tier is reserved for like beating so bad it's like historic. You know, like how he beat Edson Barboza. That is the. All right. Do I have to explain this one? Do I have to fucking explain this one? Maybe to Michael Chandler because he doesn't realize that maybe doing CrossFit isn't enough to beat Khabib or do anything. Because I swear I think he gets converted to Islam, you know, out of his religion of CrossFit. Because you have to, someone tell this guy you have to fucking train. That you can't lift weights and do CrossFit and beat Khabib or beat world class fighters and be an old ass man, 38 years old, saying Conor McGregor, I'm the most entertaining lightweight on the planet. This guy is gonna get slimed out brutally. It's gonna be like the worst beating you've ever seen. Like he already got beat by fucking Paddy Pimblett. Imagine what the fuck Khabib Nurmagomedov could do to him, bro. Just fucking imagine. Imagine what he would do to him. He would throw him around. He would beat the shit out of him. And yeah, I don't think I have to explain this one technically. Some of you say I don't have to explain technically. I've seen the fight. It's like you know how it's gonna go. This CrossFit is not the best base for MMA, unfortunately, for Mikey. Paddy Pimblett. Dude, do I put him in here just because I don't like him? Because I just think he's beat shit out of Khabib. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna put him here. I've seen from his fights, his best win is Michael Chandler. Like realistically, like a prime Muay Thai, like he's around that level, maybe a little bit lower. Like he's not top five, top six worthy in the lightweight division. Like, I don't know if this guy would even be ranked, say, in like the peak of lightweight. Maybe he probably would be in like the top 15. But yeah, I think he just gets mauled. Like his grappling doesn't work against Jake Gaethje. He could, and that's the best aspect of his game. Good luck with, good luck with Khabib, bro. Good luck. You ain't slimed out. Alright, he's just gonna get beaten into a bloody pulp, and get fucking submitted, and that's just what's gonna happen. He's gonna be into a bloody pulp, and then 6 months later he'll find himself at like a mosque in a remote mountain of Dagestan. I don't make the rules. It's just what happens. Just the laws of life. Yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It happened late at night. It's a little bit lazy, but I'm trying to. I can't just make fight predictions. I gotta branch out a little bit. Also, these aren't totally serious. I just make these on the spot. So, if you have any disputes, just know that if I thought this over maybe a few more times, it would be a little different. Except for Ilya. Ilya would always beat Khabib. I'm not taking that shit back. All right. Yeah, so hope you guys have a good night, morning, wherever you're watching this, whether you're watching this in Dagestan, New York. Hope you guys enjoyed. Even the views have been growing a little bit. I'm basically talking to no one right now still. I feel like a little bit like schizophrenic, but yeah, at least I'm not. At least I don't have a CT where I'm thinking my mom's a Fed, but still, yeah, slowly growing, slowly but sure. The eagle has to break its beak on a fucking tree, and then it'll grow back. So, have a great rest of your day, night, or evening, and catch you guys later.